Welcome to Rotterdam and to the World Hydrogen Summit. I'm Keith Maynard from the Hydrogen Standard, and I'm standing here with Armand Bergsma from Pressure Control Solutions, the founder, the managing director, and it's great to be here with you. I really want to know a little bit more about your company, what you do, and who you are.
Well, thank you for the introduction. Indeed, my name is Armand Bergsma. I'm the founder of Pressure Control Solutions, and our company is focusing on precision pressure control. I started the company 10 years ago after working in process automation for about 14 years. And I found a wonderful product that I started to represent. And from there, we grew the company by adding complementary products to that.
So what is the problem that you are seeking to solve within the world of hydrogen?
The interesting thing is that we solve a lot of problems to a lot of engineers. So I often call it geek-to-geek selling. Because we talk to professors, engineers who have a very difficult process control problem, often where the traditional technology fails. And they start to Google and they found something more innovative that can handle all their conditions.
So particularly with the fact that you help people solve quite unique challenges, what is it that you offer that maybe no one else does in the industry?
Yeah, the interesting thing is that in the industry you can find a lot of control equipment like control valve, flow sensors, pressure sensors, etc. But as soon as it becomes difficult, traditional technology starts to fail. And that's the point where we come in, because we offer a dome-loaded diaphragm-sealed multiple-orifice technology that is designed by Electrolysers in the US. And that principle is just completely different from any other valve that is around. So I sort of fell in love with that very elegant design that was designed by Jeff Jennings in the US. And it has been able to help so many engineers solve their challenges, basically.
Give us an example, would you, Armand, of a recent example, a case study of how you've helped one of your clients.
Well, one of the things that is obviously related also to the show where we are here is hydrogen. And hydrogen production is often done by electrolysis. And electrolysis is often done at elevated pressures. And this is a process that can be pretty harsh for valves. First of all, you need a huge rangeability to start with. You need valves that can handle a rangeability to offer high flows at low pressure, but also very low flows at high pressure. So your CV rangeability needs to be huge. Second, it needs to work with hydrogen and KOH at high temperature. So the design of the valve that we offer is capable of handling all those conditions. Even if there are droplets going through the instrument, it's still able to control stable pressure. So that is a challenge, especially if you look at an electrolyzer. When you think about the pressure, the elevated pressure that they're operating at, it's often up to 30,000 millibar, even 50,000 millibar. But the stack, the most vulnerable part of the electrolyzer, is capable of handling a differential pressure of 50 millibar, which is only 0.1% of the total absolute pressure. So you need to be very precise on the hard conditions. And that's actually where our focus point is.
Okay. And we spoke earlier about an example where a client came to you and were looking for a particular amount and you were well under. Is that quite often when people come to you and they're looking for a solution?
Yeah.
They think that one thing will solve it, and actually they then find out that you're already offering them something a lot better.
Yeah. Often customers come to us, engineers come to us with a very tough problem, very hard conditions, high temperature, low temperature, high pressure, high rangeability, and they are actually happy that they found something that would work within their boundaries. And then on top of that, we managed to outperform the traditional technology. So that is just a big bonus at the end of the day. And that is what makes me happy and gives me a lot of energy.
Sure. And for the future, the next 12, 24, 36 months, where do you see your company moving? Where do you feel that the industry is going towards, and what can you offer within that?
Yeah, the interesting thing is that I've been asked the question on what industries we are solving problems, and that is just such a broad industry. It is huge. So when I mentioned geek-to-geek selling, that's often one-to-one to the university, to a technical institute, to a system integrator. Where do I see a big future? That is hopefully in green energy, because I think we should make a slightly better planet and try not to burn all the resources that we have and come up with renewable energy. And this is something that I have been really focusing on lately, and that is also a market that we see growing We also seen that it expanded at first, it collapsed a little bit, but there was light at the end of the tunnel. So I really expect that will take off in, let's say, 2 to 5 years.
Thank you, Armand. Armand Bergsma, the founder and managing director of Pressure Control Solutions, a company who would love to partner with you to give you not just a solution, but the possibility of something even better.